Hey guys, so today we're going over our 6th grade standards that will help us tie them into what we're learning and going to be learning in our 7th grade standards. So here we go. With Christianity, we're going to be looking at where we were and refresh your memory. So Christianity grew out of Judaism as Jesus was born Jewish. This means that Judaism and Christianity are both Abrahamic religions, as they both came from the word and teachings of Abraham. In Jewish teachings, God promised a coming Messiah. Those that believe Jesus was that Messiah are considered Christians. Christianity. Because Christianity grew out of Judaism, the Bible contains the Old Testament from the Jewish Torah, as well as the New Testament. Paul was a Jew who converted to Christianity. Paul was one of the most powerful messengers for the Christian faith as he traveled to Asia Minor, Greece, and Rome. He wrote much of the New Testament in the Bible. Central features of Christianity. 1. Christianity is monotheistic. There is only one God in the religion. 2. Jesus was the Messiah, the Son of God. 3. By his death, Jesus atoned for sin, and those who believed in him will have their sins forgiven. 4. Christians will experience eternal life in heaven. And 5. The sacred text of Christianity is the Bible. Now, review your knowledge. You will have 7 questions on your assignment that you're going to go back through the PowerPoint to fill in the blanks. Key checkpoint. So let's talk about 2 of the key checkpoints. The first one is going to be, please explain how Judaism and Christianity differ in their beliefs about the Messiah. And then 2, explain how Christianity grew out of Judaism. Now, we're going to be talking about the fall of Western Roman Empire. Rome went through periods of good rule and bad rule. After the period of bad rule, the Roman Empire split into 2 halves. The Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantine. They were run by emperors who would work together. The fall of the Western Roman Empire. The leader Constantine moved the capital from Rome to Byzantium, which he renamed Constantinople. As it was closer to the center of the empires, it had water surrounding it on 3 sides, and it had an excellent harbor for trade. In the year 395, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantine Empire, fully split into 2. Reasons why the West fell. Now, the West fell because groups of the Germanic barbarian tribes began to invade the Western Roman Empire in the 4th century CE. The Roman Empire's army was not strong enough to drive out the Germanic tribes, so the tribes settled in various parts of the empire. The Franks stayed in France, which is how the name happened, and the Angles and the Saxons went to live in the British Isles. In the year 476, the last Western Roman emperor was overthrown and their Germanic leader came to power. The Western Roman Empire had fallen. Now, reasons why the West fell. And these are all important reasons, so be sure that you are really getting these down. Difficulty governing such a large territory. They got too big and had too much trouble or difficulty managing their size and their people and their rules and their ways. Political corruption from the government, corrupt emperors, and corrupt army. Sometimes we do too many wrong things and it ends up being the failure. Economic instability. They had food shortages. They had high prices and taxes not being paid. That became a major issue. And then attacks by the Germanic tribes. Now, you're going to find the Classify Information Organizer next. Use the answer bank to type each cause of the downfall of the Roman Empire in the correct category in the chart. The causes for failure were political, economic, and outside forces. The examples are important and need to be known, and they can be found in your answer bank. So use these words from the answer bank to categorize the different examples of how the fall of the Western Empire came about. So the answer bank: corrupt emperors, attacks by Germanic tribes, food shortages, high prices, taxes not being paid, corrupt army, and difficult governing a large area. Comparing the Roman and the Byzantine empires. While you watch the video, and the link is attached, type in what he, the presenter, puts in the boxes for comparing the Roman Empire, the Western Roman Empire, and the Byzantine Empire, which is the Eastern Europe Empire. So you have capital, language, religion, law, governance, and culture. Tell us, how did the Roman Empire used it, and then how did the Byzantine? And you'll be following along in the video to get those answers. All right, guys, so that's what we're doing today for this review. Getting all of this into your brain will make your test easier for August the 21st, Friday, August 21st. Test coming up. Remember, test alert. So be sure to take your time, get this knowledge in, and you're going to rock the test.